Leo rising, this is your Mercury Retrograde Taroscope. This Mercury Retrograde is starting in your ninth house of travel, education, publishing, philosophy, astrology, and moving into your eighth house of death, mental health, and other people's resources. So let's see, what is it time to reflect on? Strong theme here of your mind. Can you work through any stories that are preventing you from staying focused on where you want to go? So this could be stories related to, your education, publishing something, traveling the world, whatever it is that you want to do. Even the stories that are impacting your mental health. The Knight of Swords asks you to stay focused, to stay the course, despite what is coming up in your mind, despite the fears, the anxieties. So how can you take a look at these stories? How can you really be the observer, be the witness of your mind, so that when these thoughts come up, you recognize them and you can say, oh, that's just my brain trying to pull me off course. That's just my brain trying to keep me in what's familiar, what's safe. It's okay. I can continue moving forward. The Knight of Swords is about that forward movement, but we have to look at a piece of this is looking at what tries to pull you off course. What are those stories? What are those beliefs? And how can you lay them to rest? How can you rewrite those stories? How can you work through them? Get to the bottom of them. Like, where did they come from? Why do you believe them? Are they someone else's beliefs that impacted you? And here with the Four of Swords, there's also an invitation of like, sometimes you just need to zone out. Sometimes if these stories come up, if these beliefs come up in that moment, what can you do to distract yourself, distract your mind? To, sometimes that could be like, okay, I know this belief isn't serving me, so I'm gonna put on a song that makes me feel good and dance it out for a couple minutes. I'm gonna go for a quick walk. Like, is there something you can do that can help you shift your perspective in the moment when you need to? But there's a big theme here of like this really doing the work though. Don't just avoid doing that deep work of releasing this story. Get to the bottom of it so you can really lay it to rest and continue forward. And this piece here with the Knight of Swords is like, you're going to, at the end of this, when you get to the other side, you're going to see that you are capable of so much more, or your beliefs about yourself are going to be expanded. And the other piece of this is the world. This is the end of a cycle. You were laying this story to rest. This is an opportunity to really reflect on the stories that do not serve you, that are not working for you anymore, and be done with them. The world is the end. It's a completion. It's the end of a cycle. If you take the invitation to do this work, to really reflect, you will be done with this. So, reversal, maybe there's some resistance there. This work is not easy. It's not fun most of the time. So, how can you also work through and get curious about any resistance that you have to letting go of these stories, these beliefs? I'm being called to say, like, what support do you need? This Mercury retrograde is entering your house of mental health. Like, you don't have to do it alone. It may feel that way, but what support do you need? Maybe that is other people, but maybe that is just knowing, like, every day I'm going to sit in meditation for a couple minutes and like that feels supportive, or every day I'm going to go on that walk and that is my support system for myself right now. Yeah, what do you have to do to like stabilize yourself? We have the world, the symbols here around the four corners, the symbols of before fixed signs. And the message I'm getting right now is like channeling that fixed, grounded energy. So in this case, like, I'm here, I'm working on this, I'm going to work through this and let this go. So, what support do you need to channel that energy of like, this is it, we're doing it? I'm reflecting on what I need to reflect on, I'm assessing it, I'm reviewing it, and I am releasing. All right, Leo rising. I hope this helps. I hope this is supportive. Venus is also retrograde. I will link to your Venus retrograde taroscope so you can watch that if you've not already. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe so you can get notified when I post future taroscopes.